Hi and welcome to Outwell. In this film I'm going to talk you through some of the features of our Montana 6. The Montana 6 is a large tunnel design tent which is aimed to sleep up to 6 people, and it falls into our deluxe collection. The Flysheet that we're using on here is our Outwell 4000. That's a polyester material that has PU coating on the inside, it has fully taped seams, and it has a hydrostatic head of 4000mm. You see just on the outside here we have these large ventilation panels, which is going to help get fresh air into the tent and keep you a little bit more cool and a little bit more comfortable. If it gets a little bit too chilly, we can just take the Velcro tabs off and seal down the ventilation like so. The frame that we use on this tent is a steel frame from front to back, so nice and sturdy and reliable, and every single pole from front to back is also identical, so it makes pitching the tent very simple. You can see just behind me here that we have a rain-safe entrance on this door, on this tent here. That's just in use so that when it's raining on the outside, you can pop yourself in here and take off all your waterproofs and your muddy boots and things like that before stepping into the main living section of the tent. You see on the outside that we use our Outwell luminous guy lines all the way around the tent. That's so that you can see these nice and clearly and stop you from tripping over them. And then each guy line also has its own retainer on here, so that when it comes to packing down the tent, we can wrap the guy lines up in our hands and pop them in here so that they're nice and easily accessible the next time we come to use it. At the top here we can see that we have the Outwell wind stabilizer system. This is on here to directly attach the Flysheet onto the frame of the tent using these Velcro tabs like so. When we do that at the top and at the bottom of each pole and pull out all the guy lines, you'll find that that's going to increase the stability of the tent, making sure that you can use it even in high wind conditions. Another nice feature on this tent is that we use the Outwell easy pegging system. This is where we supply you with 3 different types of pegs. We have these solid steel pegs here, and we give you 4 of these, which is 1 for each of the corner, so those are your anchor pegs. We then have the black plastic pegs for all the black pegging points around the side of the tent, and the luminous pegs for all the luminous guy lines, making sure that it's very simple and easy for you to get the right peg in the right place. When we step round to the front of the tent, we'll get a good appreciation of the size, and also this front door here you can see is of a good size too. It's nice and high, so you can certainly class this as a walk-in tent, and the door's certainly wide enough for us to be able to get all of our bits and pieces in and out of the tent as well. Now, one thing that's very apparent about this tent is just how much space there is. That's thanks to it being very tall. I'm 195 centimetres, you can see there's plenty of space above me, and it's also thanks to us having these large windows all the way around the tent, which really increases the overall sense of space in here too. Each of these windows has its own curtain, and what we can do is we can take that curtain and we can bring it halfway up simply just by using the toggles that are on there, or we can fully close them as well. And then above each window we also have the ventilation panels that I mentioned earlier on. The front door of this tent can obviously be dropped down, and there's a mesh panel on there, so that's going to really help with through ventilation, and this side door also has a mesh panel on there too. The ground sheet that we use in this tent is a double coated polyethylene material, so it's really tough and durable, and it's also got a hydrostatic head of 10,000mm, so it's totally waterproof. It's sealed from front to back and side to side, and it's bathtub in style, so you're not going to get any draft coming in. You're going to keep out the water from the sides too, and also more importantly, you're not going to get any of those unwanted bugs in the tent either. So just above my head here we have a lantern hanging point. And then running away from that we have the cable tidies, which lead down to our cable entry point, allowing you to bring your electrics into the tent without having to run any cables through the doors. At the back of the tent is where you'll find our sleeping compartments, and as I said earlier on, this tent sleeps up to 6. A nice feature in here is that these bedrooms come pre-attached, so you don't need to attach all these in yourself. Now these are our universal bedrooms, so that means you can either have it as one large sleeping compartment, or you can have it as we've got it here with the zips, the zipped material in between there, making sure that you've got 2 separate bedrooms. Another nice feature of the universal bedroom is that it has a zip that runs around the middle, and if we were to unclip these clips around the top and around the side, and we did that all the way around the front and the back, using the zip in the middle, we can undo that and drop one down completely, leaving 1 bedroom and even more living space in here. Other features you can see here, we have some mesh storage pockets on the outside, there's some pockets on the inside, and large mesh ventilation at the back of the tent to help you have a more comfortable sleep at night. Optional extras for this tent include a carpet for the living area, there's a footprint available for the tent, there's also a front extension available and a front awning available too. So that's all the features of our Montana 6. Thank you very much for watching.